Hello everyone, welcome to Side of Moon YouTube channel. An update coming from Israel this morning. A red heifer without blemish was born at a dairy farm in the Galilee. It has been inspected by the Temple Institute and they have not found a single gray or black hair on this cow. So this is coming in with excitement that this cow could possibly be used for a future red heifer sacrifice. That being said, the cow has to be at least 2 years and 1 month of age, according to the scriptures, before this cow is to be used. That's a long time for this cow to produce a possible blemish, but it's going to be under careful care and consideration to attempt to ensure that the cow does not become blemished in the future. However, this cow isn't completely without defect, as it is law that the cow be tagged after being born, so it does have an ear tag. They recently did remove the tag, and they say it is healing very quickly. The Temple Institute is going to be midrashing and debating about this in the coming weeks and months to ensure that the tag doesn't completely disqualify the heifer from being used in the future. Apparently that resides on whether or not that blemish in the ear can completely heal by the time it is 2 years of age. And following the Institute's examination of the red heifer, they decided to call the name Tamima, which means pure in Hebrew, in hopes that it's going to stay that way for a possible kosher red heifer sacrifice in the future. Joseph Dumond was in Israel in mid-February to mid-March. He also stopped by Shiloh, where the red heifers are being kept, and he was asking questions to their keepers on the process of the red heifer sacrifice and if there has been a date set for a future one or a near future red heifer sacrifice. Enjoy the clip.
So you did a cow. You did one of the cows last year. You sacrificed one of the cows as a demonstration or practice.
Yeah, it was a practice to learn, because if God willing, this will happen very soon.
Yeah.
So we need to be ready, and we need to know how to do it.
Are we ready?
So we had to do the practice to learn all little details. So there's some things that we're ready and some things that we're not ready yet. Since the red heifers came here to Shiloh, came to Israel, a little like Beit Midrash in Hebrew it's called, like a group of people that are studying all the details of how this is supposed to be done in the right way, because this is a subject that hasn't been learned since like 2,000 years ago. So there are many little details according to the Torah and according to the halacha that have to be very exact. So now they're sitting and learning and deciding, and once in a while they're coming here to check the cows and to learn from the cows that are here already, to learn what we have already and what needs to be done. So I think we're very much progressing. This is moving us forward a lot.
So last year you had 5. Now you got 4.
Right.
And you still got. How long can they last for?
So there's no limit according to the halacha, according to the Jewish law, how they have to be at least 2 years and 1 day before. Because it says everything is learned from the verses in the Bible. It says that you need to use a cow. Okay, it's a red cow. The word in Hebrew is apaha, and not calf. So the rabbis learned that an adult cow is 2 years and a month. So it has to be an adult cow, and that makes it hard because as the cows grow, sometimes they grow also white hair, like human beings. That as they grow. Yes, we know. So now there are many things that they're deciding about, but the rabbis come here to learn from the cows that are here.
So how many clean ones have you got now?
So we have 2 that are disqualified and 2 that have a good potential to be good.
What's wrong with the 2 that are disqualified?
They had too many white hairs.
White hairs, not eye things or anything like that?
No.
Can those white hairs fall off and be qualified then?
That's one thing that they're deciding about, because there's a good chance that you could take off a few white hairs that.
Are you allowed to pluck them?
Yes,
Yes?
so that's the issue. But the question is, how many are you? Are you like, could you pack everything so then you can take a white cow and just
A skinless, headless cow.
right?
Okay.
So that's the questions that they're deciding about.
And the
One of
two, the
questions-
two healthy or two
potential.
potentials, the two candidates.
So they also have a few white hairs, but they have a good potential that they could still be used. I was answering about the limits. So there's no limits up, but you want to use them as soon as possible because they could get disqualified. But now that we know how to get to the right breed of the cows, and we know how to raise them in the right way, so we're like much forward than what we were like 3 years ago.
Is there any concern about another war because like Hamas? That's what they claim they did because of the red cows.
Right. Of course, in one way, it's ridiculous because they're fighting us for
They're fighting us for this because you do.
before the red heifers came. On the other hand, it means that they're understanding that something is happening here. And it's important for me to say that the red heifers are the key to the third temple.
Yeah.
And the third temple is a place of peace and prayer for all nations. That's the goal of the place. The light of the God will come to the world through the third temple and will bring blessing in all the world. So also the Muslims will be blessed by the third temple, and I think that they should be part of this and join us to move this on.
We just interviewed Yehuda Glick.
Okay.
You know Yehuda? So we just interviewed him in Dallas, Nashville, and we said the same thing.
Yes.
It's for all people.
Exactly.
And so that's awesome. Any dates?
Not yet. Not yet.
Any dates that you're looking to be a special date?
We're moving forward. We're doing all the preparations, but no dates. I know that they're really like working very hard on moving this forward.
Okay.
That's like
So we're asking you as we used to be Christians, now we're keeping Torah. We're not asking you as Christians anymore. We're keeping Torah.
Wow.
Keep Sabbath, the whole
Really?
9 yards. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
no, the way it should be, it's not
Wow.
amazing. That should be normal.
Really.
So just so you know, we're on the same side.
Okay.
Generation to generation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So would there be a special date that they would want to sacrifice? Is there a date that the red heifer should be sacrificed
I
on?
don't think there's a special date because when you prepare the red heifers, you prepare it for a long time. One cow could be enough for many years and many people because they take only a tiny bit from the ashes. You can mix it with a lot of living water that comes from the spring or
Riho?
yeah, and then the priest would take 3 branches of hyssop, dip it into the water, and sprinkle on people that want to come to the temple and want to be pure. Even 1 drop is enough to purify a person. He has to do it twice, and the 3rd day after he got detached from his death, and then the 7th day.
Do it on day 1, day 3, day 7?
Day 3 and day 7.
Just day 3 and day okay.
Yes, and even 1 drop is enough. So you don't need you need 1 cow, and that could be for a long time. So as long as you prepare it, it doesn't have to be. It's not required to be on a certain date. It will be nice maybe if it would be before Passover, but it's not required to be on a specific date.
Is there a requirement that it has to be mixed with the previous red heifer's ashes?
That's one of the questions that the people that are learning now, because it says it doesn't say so in the Torah,
Yeah.
okay, but it says that they used to do it. So the question is if it's a requirement or it's nice, or it's better. Okay, so we hope that
Is there anybody looking for it?
yes, the people that are looking for
Can I
them.
take a few guesses? From Ron?
Of course, yeah.
I guess you don't have anybody down Mount Sinai.
Not that I know
No,
of.
is
I don't know.
Moses
everything,
doing it in
so-
Mount Sinai? In Saudi Arabia? We've been to Mount Sinai.
Really?
In Saudi Arabia.
Maybe you know better than me. I'm not.
No, but I don't know.
I know.
Okay.
Just also another thing that it's interesting to know that the whole process of this purification, it says that it can bring a person to be in the level of prophecy. Today, none of us know how does it feel to be pure. So this will bring us all to a higher spiritual level and open gates that we're not familiar with today. And also in ancient times, even after the time of the temple, people still use the ashes of the red heifers to get purified because of the spiritual level. So it has a lot of meanings besides the temple.
Is it becoming a bigger issue right now because of the war and all the soldiers that have done what they had to do?
I think it is because I think people understand today more the thing of death and life.
Yeah.
And people, like, when you get in contact with death, you feel something from your source of life got like low, and this process will spiritually bring us up and make all this, then you're connected to the light of God. The temple is also called in Hebrew the house of life, because it's full of the presence of the Lord. And once you get purified, you could be much closer to God. That's the only way you could get into this place and feel the connection to God.
This might be a little harder, you might not have the answer. If God is God of life, He is, and we all believe that, how is that connected to the red heifer and death, or touching the dead, or being associated with the dead? I think you just sort of hit on. How does that bring you to the level of life? I'm not sure if you understand.
First of all, I should say that in Hebrew, this commandment is called chukah, which means it's something that we can't fully understand. Okay, it's like a godly commandment.
But the whole red heifer.
Yes,
okay.
The whole red heifer is one of the things. Also, a rabbi said that even Solomon the king, which was the smartest person on earth, couldn't understand all like the reasons why specifically a red heifer and why only when it's to all these things. It's a godly thing, but we do have a lot of studies about it. And when I read, and I could share that the red heifer, the red is more like the side of like symbolizes the death and like blood, the
blood
death.
Adam. Yeah, okay.
And it's the left side, which is considered like the deen, the less like the right side is the side of love and giving, and the left side is the side of like harder side, I would say. I don't know what's the right word in English, but anyway, when you take a little bit of the red heifer, which is considered the left side, and you mix it with the water, which is the right side, you're taking the source of death, but you're taking only a tiny bit of it, and you're mixing it with the source of life, which is the water, and it's like homeopathic, homeopathy, thank you. Like you take a little bit of the problem, and then it becomes the healing. Mm-hmm. So it's like something like that in the spiritual way. You're taking a little bit of something that it symbolizes the death, and you're mixing it with a lot of life, and this purifies, and this makes the rectification, however you say that.
Purification.
Rectification. For the soul. Okay, so we don't understand exactly how, but, and also you add to it, when you make the fire, you add the hyssop branches, and also a cedar tree that are tied together with a special wool made of special with special worm that makes this. It's a lot of secrets that are combined together in this ceremony. So you're taking a tall tree, the tallest tree in the region, probably the cedar, and a very low bush, which symbolizes also purification, also humility, and you're tying them together. You're saying everything is, all are the same before the Lord. There are many spiritual issues that we could maybe guess but not fully understand.
Awesome.
What's your name again? Moriah. Moriah, like Mount Moriah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
We're waiting for the...
Is there a high priest or who's in charge? What's it?
There's a
are you allowed
rabbi.
to say his name?
There's a rabbi, the Temple Institute, the Rabbi Rav Azariah Ariel. He's the scholar. He knows everything. I mean, he wrote a book like this thick about all the details of the red heifers. So So he will be the one to, like, but he's trying to do it with other rabbis because
It's a
it
big
has
deal.
to be something that everybody agrees about. This has to be agreeable.
Yeah.
And also I wanted to say something important, that David the king was not allowed to build a temple because he was dealing with wars. And God said that a man of peace will have to build the temple. So the same thing, I think, in our generation, it has to be in a peaceful way. It has to be in an agreeable way. It cannot be in force or by war. I don't know how, but it will happen. If somebody would tell us 100 years ago that the state of Israel will be built and we will be in Shiloh in the place of the tabernacle, nobody would believe. Then we're crazy, right? So now when we're talking about the temple, people think we're crazy, but it will happen.
That's awesome. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates like this. And be sure to follow us at sightofmoon.com, where you'll find much, much more information about Bible, archaeology, and history. Thank you again. I'm Ryan Knoll. We'll see you on the next one.